Hello and welcome to Sangoma Society. My name is UMakhosi Nomabutho and I am Hani Tell a Story on all social media platforms. Nginguhani wakamakwakwa epasini. And this is the second season of Sangoma Society. We're shooting this in Sri Lanka right now. I am in Hikadua near Gaul. So, first question of the season. I mean, obviously there's going to be a bit of Makhosi wenzani Sri Lanka ke ngoba uthe wenza izinto zedlozi wena. And the one that just keeps coming up, why are the ancestors always angry? So this season we're talking about family, right? And of course, before your earth family is even taken into consideration, your ancestral family is your family from the here before into the now. Now, how do these two questions relate in one? Well, maybe some people don't know, but Sri Lanka was actually a slave stopover for slaves coming from Africa into Asia and for slaves coming from Asia into Africa. So that's all your Chinese ancestry, that's all your Cape Malay ancestry, your Indian ancestry that is here, right? And then also your Dutch ancestry, because the Dutch did colonize this place. The Dutch East India Company did make an attempt to set up a station here. And that's got a lot to do with ancestral anger, right? And you're like, oh, what's that got to do with me? Epigenetic memory. Your epigenetic memory still carries stories from this place, right? So we know that as South Africans, many of us, because of the nature of our country's history, have a lot of mixed blood, right? So if you were to go do one of those ancestry tests and all of that, you might find that you have some Dutch blood or Portuguese blood, Cape Malay blood, and yet you present as African, you know? And that's all valid, completely valid. However, those ancestors are still your ancestors, whether they became a part of your ancestry through non-consensual actions or not. This is where we are now. And some of those ancestors aren't resting well. There we start with the part about why are the ancestors so angry? Let's talk a bit about the ancestors' lived experience, right? The ancestors were once people on this plane, walking just the way that we walk, trying to live life just the way we did. And just like we do, at times the ancestors may have made vows around hard work, perhaps, if they were in slavery, right? Around domination, perhaps, if they were enslavers. And then you come 600 years later and you're living with that epigenetic memory in your blood. And perhaps you experience urges around certain things relating to your work or to your spirituality. Maybe you feel like, I really want to try bungee jumping, or I really want to try rowing, or I really want to try yoga, or I'm really drawn to meditation, or I'm really drawn to the Catholic Church, or I'm really drawn to something. But then you resist those urges because of vows you're making. I have to make a short aside here. It is actually the Sri Lankan New Year, the Buddhist New Year. So it is a most auspicious time for me to be recording the first episode of the new season of Sangoma Society. However, this morning I have been competing with excitement inside the establishment I'm staying at, as well as excitement just in the atmosphere. People are cleaning, people are, sending fireworks up into the sky, people are jumping into their pools, people are celebrating, ululating. So there might be a lot of noise and interruption throughout this video, but I have time constraints where I am. There's an auspicious time of the day to do what I'm doing, and in honor of that, I'm just going to power through with the energy of everyone around me who is right now heightened in their deliberateness with setting their intentions for their new year. Now, why are they setting their intentions for the new year after sunrise? Well, the Buddhist New Year in Sri Lanka is actually celebrated with the rising of the sun, because the new year is determined by when the sun is highest over the island, not by the crossover at midnight, but by the rising of the sun. So the height of celebrations will be at around midday, at which time I should be meditating at a very high peak here in Sri Lanka, which is a sacred space, and I doubt I'll be recording anything from there. I'll really be connecting with spirit in that place and trying to access my higher self and my truth of why I'm in Sri Lanka right now. So if it sounds like I'm at a pool party, it's because I kind of am, because the entire country is doing that right now. So now UMakhosi, which is also another thing that's brought me here, is to help people who are conscious of their ancestral memory in this place to come here and to release those memories and to do ceremonies around honoring those memories. That brings us right back to, why are the ancestors so angry? Oh, they really take my light every time I say that phrase. Okay. Why is it that the ancestors, look, I'm in shadow, words mean things, and you people say those words, and they actually go and zihlaba, and you can see it because they had given me beautiful light, and now they've taken my light because I've used those words, because they're not angry. Your ancestors are not angry. Your ancestors are in pain. They've given you their memories, their epigenetic memories in the DNA that you carry today. You are who you are today. Ngenxa yegazi legazi lakho. Please, ngicela ukukhanya, ngicela okuhle, ngicela okuhle kodwa, ngikhanyiseni bandla.